Hey guys, George here. Guess what? I'm wearing my thinking cap because I'm having a bad hair day. Anywho, the subject of today's video will be about guns as targets. But I'm going to begin the video in a very peculiar way, um, in a way that whereby the gun will be targeting a non-gun target to begin with. And I'm going to first present the starter kit perspective and then discuss the differences or compare and contrast to Advanced Squad Leader. Hence why I have um, the snipers on there with a sniper number activation number of 2, just for the fun and glory. And we'll do it that way. I've done a couple of other videos where I compare and contrast to Starter Kit, and they, from my perspective, seem to be very successful, got very positive feedback. 100 views are up this day and age, dealing with a very niche topic is pretty good in my book. So why not do more? Okay, so let's start off with our example with no further ado. And the first thing we need to know is that in both games, that AT gun will be HIP, and its location will be unknown to the target. And that's where the differences begin between Starter Kit and Advanced Squad Leader. But let's start and focus on Starter Kit. So we're going to start with uh, this is a panther, the panther moving into the line of sight or through the path of the AT gun, and will be probably be ambushed. So here we go, guys. Now, before I do that, why did I place my gun in brush as opposed to woods? Well, at the starter kit level, if you have your gun in woods, if you try to traverse it, the change of a covered arc will penalty will be doubled. Same thing with advanced squad leader. However, in advanced squad leader, there's this concept of concealment terrain, and I'll discuss the importance of that later on. So woods, brush, grain, and orchards are all examples of concealment terrain, and they're indicated on the terrain chart with red font. And you'll see why that is important. Now, this portion deals with starter kit 1 to 3. It does not deal with starter kit 4 that may have concealment. Okay, so let's go on to our example. We have a red movement point number with a star next to it, and what that means is this is subject to delay. If I roll an 11, I believe. I didn't. I rolled a 4. Great, groovy. Starts for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I call it stop. I'm going to fire on you, and I'll reveal instantaneously a my gun. And that's how it works in starter kit. And this is where advanced squad leader parts ways a bit. So I'm calling a hit, and my modifiers are pretty simple. It's 10 to hit. The range factor does not take into effect because it's still in motion. I did not say I'm stopping. So base 10 to hit, and +2 for motion, and -1 because it's a large target. 9 to hit. Let's see if I can hit it. Uh, nice hit and rate, mind you. Now with the 57L, my 2 kill number, I did not announce APCR, on a 2 hex range, Russian 57L, double L, there it is, right there. I have any other? Nope. 57 double L, a range of 2 is 16, -6, 10 or less. And I had a turret hit. It doesn't matter because this is the side armor. The side armor is 6. So let's do a 2 kill. 10. Exactly what I needed, didn't I? 10. So that's a possible shot. Let's see. Hold on, hold on. So I needed a 16. I rolled a 16 with a turret hit. It's a possible shock, and that would be reflected uh, on the kill table, which is below, another page, another page. Okay. Well, rather than going through that, let's say take it for granted that it's a possible shock, and I roll a toss check and I passed. Okay, now he got rate. He has rate, and I have a choice as to what to do. At this juncture, if I expend another movement point, then he can fire at me. However, instead of expending another movement point, what I'd rather do is turn my turret covered arc once, twice, and now I'm offering him a frontal armor facing of with a turret. Uh, Notice that the turret is weaker because there's a red circle around it. So the lower factor, the one next lower factor, armor factor of 18 is actually a 14. So that greatly reduces his chance of killing me. Um, but again, the topic of this video is guns as targets. So far, I presented to you a good way of escaping a possible annihilation. So let's say he survived defensive fire, he survived advancing, he survived another player turn, he survived another player turn, and now it's his defensive fire, not defensive fire. Cut, let's start again. Let's say he just survived defensive fire, survived advancing fire, he again survived his his prep fire, and now it's the German player's defensive fire against him. So let's read the starter kit rule to begin with, which is a very short paragraph, which is right here. Uh, Guns as targets, rule 6.7 on page, I believe, 22. Yep, 22. Okay, the color of the M indicates the gun's target size. The M number is printed on a white circular background. The gun is a small target. If it is printed in red, the gun is a large target. A critical hit automatically destroys the gun and its manning infantry. Once a hit is achieved on the gun via the two-hit process, the fire rolls on the IFT to determine the effect of the gun and the crew. If the DR prior to any gun shield DRM results in a KIA, the gun is destroyed along with the manning infantry. A K result causes the gun to be malfunction and causes casualty reduction to the manning infantry, which means if it is a crew, the crew is gone. Um, these results are considered direct hits. If the IFTDR does not result in a direct hit, which is either K or KIA, then the result is considered a near miss, and the applicable gun shield DRM is applied to the same DR to determine the effect of the manning infantry. All right, so let's do that attack. So now we're firing here, and don't forget to do your axe. I'm not doing it for the sake of this example, but axe do play a role. Okay, so let's say now I am in a position to fire at him. I don't have any previous act. What are my to hit DRMs? So base 8, I'm firing on the infantry target type, and +1 because I'm buttoned up, -1 for range. So, um, and +1 because I'm a small target, that would make it a 7 to hit. So I did hit my target. Now I roll on the IFT, and since it's a 75L, what we need to do is, a moment here, bear with me, gentlemen. Roll on the 12 table, 75 rounded down to a 70, 12. So let's roll on the IFT table, and I rolled a 7. That's a near miss. So 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 on the 12 table. 9 on the 12 table is a normal morale check. I rolled a 3. Easy breezy. Okay, now how would this example differ in Advanced Squad Leader? So in Advanced Squad Leader, first and foremost, this would be hip, okay? And if it was set up in what we call concealment terrain, it would pop up concealed. So that's what's the major difference in Advanced Squad Leader. This baby would be concealed if it was in concealment terrain. Remember, brush, woods, orchards, and grain are examples of concealment terrain. So he would take a 2-hit dice roll. Let's say this is now prep fire phase to simplify the 2-hit modifiers. And this is a motionless armored fighting vehicle. He is stopped. So 2-hit would be base 10, -1 for range, makes it 11, and -1 because he's a large target, anything but a 12. And here is where it gets interesting. I roll on my 2-hit, and I rolled a whole hit, meaning my armor factor now will be a 6 because his hull facing is the side. So I did hit and I got rate. And guess what? Since my color DR is a 2, not a 5 or a 6, he retains concealment, which reflects that in reality, these AT guns were low profile, nice sloped gun shield, and the crew, I'm sure, were trained in keeping their gun hidden and in a position to ambush the armor that is traversing its covered arc. Um, when I was in the Hellenic Army as an anti-tank person or anti-tank team, we didn't need that special training to realize that with a 2-minute lifespan in time of war, we needed to fire from a concealed location and DD out there before they could fire back at us. It was a heck of training. All right, so um, let's, yeah, so he retains concealment. Now, the crux of this presentation is guns as targets. So it being concealed, this fellow here, wait a second, we just hit the tank. Let's see if we can kill it. I would say that's a kill. 6 plus 6 is 12, and my 2 kill number for a 57 double L at that range, remember the penetration effects, for it, 57 double L is a 15, and at that range, it's a 16, pretty much blown up. But let's say we survived and now we're targeting these babies. Chances are your AT gun or your target AT gun will be concealed. Therefore, you need to fire at it using the area target type. So your 2-hit will be a 7, plus 1 because he is buttoned up, and plus 2 because he's concealed would be a 4 to hit. Just by 1. Now, let's say for the sake of this example, I did hit. In this case, you'd be firing on the infantry fire table again, and if you get a KIA, it's a direct hit, it's gone. If it's a K, it's mouthed and casualty reduction on the crew. And then if anything but that, anything but a K result, let's say it's a morale check, the crew gets the plus 2 for the gun shield, and it's considered a indirect hit. That's pretty much it. And at the advanced level as well, the two hit die rolls also can activate a SAN. So you have to be careful of that. What you can do. So that's pretty much it for this video. It's 15 minutes long, but I think we've done a good job at explaining how to target AT guns. I hope you enjoyed this video. If I made any mistakes, kindly and respectfully correct me. I'll pin your correction in the comments so people and other viewers that come and see this video can also read the comment and realize that there is a correction involved. I realize that even the most experienced players have come to realizations that, I've been playing this wrong. Fair enough. And once you do realize that you've made a mistake, you can circle back, learn from it. That's how the game is played, as far as I know. That's how the more stronger players play ASL, is by learning from their mistakes. So don't be shy to make a mistake and keep on playing, keep on rolling low. Hey, it wasn't a tongue twister this time. And have fun. Again, the channel has grown beyond my expectations. We're at 950 viewers now. And not too long ago, we were at 900 or so. It's great. Keep up the good work, guys. Watch the videos, like, subscribe. Do tell a couple of friends about it so they know about it. YouTube won't advertise any of this stuff. The censorship algorithm is beyond belief. It's all good. It's all nice and dandy. So with that said, have a great week ahead. Hope to see you soon. Take care.